Hey guys, this is future me recording this before the next episodes because somehow well, it got corrupted, my video, so I had to pretty much replay through this section here. And I had to create a new character to do it, so that's why it looks slightly different. Oh, gravy, yes, we're on the rack. Excellent. Haha. I actually can't remember what I did between now and when it's actually good again, so I'm gonna try do what I do remember and progress that way. Oh, vessel flesh, good times. And we're being burned at the stake. Excellent. I love a good steak burning. Still there, darling. You gotta go. Can't be here. This is not safe. Okay, so let's go to Valewood. We're going to the Gilded Vale to get our house slash figure out what the hell's wrong with us. Thought I just heard someone. Let's put the children. Hey, camping supplies, excellent. Yes, we'll sleep. Rest. Wasn't that just creepy? Okay, what I do remember is I explored this area quite well and thoroughly. Ah, hi. Who are you? What's your name? What do you like to... Oh, I thought we were going to become good friends, you know, and... You know, you tell me your life story and share tea sometime over a campfire. Pretty lonely. I lost all my friends, they died. That's pretty bad. Hi! Come back here! Oh. Why is there a dead person here? Not cool. I don't think I explored that far up, actually. If I recall correctly, I just explored this section here. That section I left alone. Because it was scary. Shattered pieces of creatures strewn across the dirt along with a few muddy vegetables. Oh, here we go. The grass is still flattened behind the wagon's wheels. Barrels of cabbages, potatoes, squashed and have been overturned and abandoned. Guess someone's been attacked here, right? Hello there, friend!
Gods keep you.
This man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick, jerky movements. He looks up as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. "Greetings," he says, a little breathless. "On your way south, is it?" He raises his brow, turning to face you. "The sooner you clear these woods, the better, I think." "Our caravan was attacked and we've been trying to get to the Gilded Vale. Hard luck, and I'm sorry to hear it. You should be fine from here. There's no missing the Vale if you keep to the road, and you haven't got far to walk. But you want to keep clear of this place after all. After that, we were attacked north of here. Me and a friend of mine. We came out to hunt some deer. Came up on a bear instead. Great monstrous thing, and Pearly, he didn't make it." He shakes his head. "I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, this forest has already cost me my friend. I'm headed home before it takes anything else." "Who are you?" "My name's Nonton, born and raised in the Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since." His face twists. "Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading... Okay, here. What happened to your friend?" "We didn't see it coming." Nonton's voice shakes a little as he speaks. "We were following a stag. Pearly, he saw something in the brambles. He went tearing off after it. We all but stumbled into the cave, and poor Pearly didn't stand a chance. The bear was on top of him before we knew what was happening. The beasts will take what they will, I suppose." He smiles sadly, and this time Gullivan's favour fell upon the bear. "Where did you find this bear?" "In a cave, ways up that way." He turns to point to the northwest. "I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It's a great brute of a beast. Would hate to hear that it took another life. Farewell." Alright. Let's Follow this road here to the northeast. Relatively cost-free. There's a body up there. We'll come back to that later on. And a touch soaked. The young dwarf tending to the stew looks up, startled as he sees you approach. He drops his ladle, splashing screw across the ground. What? Stew, that's it. What? The bandit turns. Get him, you dogs, and make sure our new cook don't run off. Help! Help! Help me, God! One of the bandits gives Turnoff a kick as they pass him, and he huddles. Oh. I feel like shitting you.
Lava room, be your...
And you're gonna be painful.
Ulu,
And...
I'll get the next one.
What? That missed? Wow. Fantastic. We're in trouble.
I'll teach you a lesson.
Oh. Come on, bandits. You can die, right? Come on, bandit. He's badly injured? Oh my god. If we run away, we're gonna suffer a penalty. Can I drink that? Oh. Balls, we can't equip that, can we? Oh, dear. Oh, we have to rely on the luck of the gods. Okay, get him.
Done.
Get him. Shoot him, quickly. Okay, that was good.
Really?
Yes. Shoot him again. Uh-oh. Come on. Come on, Lord Pie. Yes! Lord Pie, the winner! Or if it's actually... his name is to delete, but you get what I'm saying. Wow, that was a tough fight. They were a lot easier last time. But I think I was a bit smarter. Hi, buddy.
Greetings.
By the flame, thank you, thank you, thank you! I thought I'd be stuck cooking for these ignorant weasels for the rest of my life. Or until they were bored of me, I suppose. Let's get back home. I only hope that they haven't hired a replacement, the dwarf looks aghast. Listen, next time in the Gilded Vale, stop by the Black Hound Inn. I'll let Pasca know just what you've done for me, and I'm sure she'll do right by you this in turn. Oh, to be back in my oven again. Back in the oven again? Okay. Well, we found some goodies. This is... ooh, hello. Yeah, what's that again? A rod. It's got an average 12 to 18 versus 10 to 16. I think I'll keep for this one now. Equip that potion for Shizzle. Plus 5 to max endurance, plus 5 to max endurance, plus 1 constitution. Can I craft anything? Because that would be grand. Plus 10 endurance, yeah, go for it. Plus 10 endurance, go for it again. Excellent. Okay, we're doing a bit better. We don't have that cloak that I got last time. I sort of just breezed through it to, you know, get to this section, so I'm sure we'll be fine. Okay, this section's done. Let's go. We need to camp actually. Look at my spells. Don't want to get into another fight and not have any spells, huh? Good. Alright, to the Gilded Vale. Yes, onwards and upwards, men. This is taking a bit of time. There we go. Stash can now be accessed. Oh, he's not staying around long enough to be accessible. Ah, yes. The Tree of Love. Actually reminds me of the Tree of Pain from...
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
I think it was from Hyperion. The book. The Tree of Pain. Okay. Do you welcome everyone this way? The only answer you hear is a buzzing of flies from the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
What are you talking about?
An infant born without a soul, of course. Lord Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village. I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly toward the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
You said something about Hollowborn and Wayden's legacy before. He blinks. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Durwood for almost 15 years. He lowers his voice and whispers, "Children born without souls." He shakes his head. Pitiful, dumb things that breathe barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease, some say they are punishment from the gods. He raises his empty hands. In truth, no one knows, but they began spreading after the Saints' War, and so the name Wayden's legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with futile. I see. Lord Radric's decrees many seems strict at times. His decrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart. He nods. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understands our rules. Been feeling strange ever since a close call with Biowac. Is there something in town I could help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
You're such a nice man.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
See ya.
Keep out of...
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed. 3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
Does this affect the offer? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise that you get some rest. The inn, or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know soon enough. What happened? He shrugs one bony shoulder. I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps. But that is not your concern. What do you mean? You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Bereth must be redoubled. He sets his steady gaze upon you. Don't threaten me, little man. He shakes his head, unmoved. There is no threat, only a warning. Lord Radric will tolerate no threats to his kin. all those who live upon his lands. Grief will not make him more docile. Farewell. Alright, so now it's a bit fuzzy as to what I did after this.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
No, strange way to talk about the dead. He looks up the tree and breathes out. Half the town's up there now. Seems like the right way to talk about it. Why are you looking for someone that can help me feel better? And he gives an understanding nod as he takes a long drag of his pipe. My condolences, he exhales and turns his attention away, watching the village around him. Okay. Good chat. Oh look, it's a way down. Never knew that. I'll have to do that next time. Or later on. Fascinating. See, I can't remember if I did this. I'm gonna assume I did because this is a lot of reading, so I'll just do this one guy and be like, yep, I did them all because they all have interesting backstories, but I can't remember if I read it or not. As you near you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from his past seem to call out to you. Reach out for the soul. You see a pennant waving tall and sluggish in the wind. A rising sun embroidered on the banner, the vanguard of a small troop of paladins. The atmosphere is buoyant, is restrained, and their armor has not yet been tarnished by the enemies. This expedition is fresh, young, filled with the zest and zeal. At their head stands a commander. Commander. Awkward in full armor, but determined to step. Despite the excitement of his fellows, he does not smile. There's a twist in his mouth, his countenance grim. He throws up a hand, halting his troop. Silence falls among them, revealing a dark thunder, deep and low. He orders them to ready the weapons and spread out. Eyes dart from horizon to horizon, next twisting to see the source of the sound. In the distance, dust and lightning raise from the ground as Stygian clouds race towards them overhead. The soldiers stand, only the staccato movement of their breath betraying their nerves. The commander closes his eyes, calling a blessing down on his troop. Invigorated, invincible, they wait as the enemy draws closer, poised to attack. Step back. Yeah, so there's a few people like that who have interesting, I'm pretty sure they're past lives, but I can't be sure. Things about to get worse now. Decent folk like you don't fare too well in these parts. You see 4 people gathered by the door of the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hand for calm, his face partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
Ooh, a fight! One of the other men glares at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. You got a lot of gold mocking us in our village. We don't take ill treatment from foreigners, especially not Adrians.
Go on, say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
The second man thrusts his chin at the elf.
Fie, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
Okay.
I'll cut that barrel-looking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
He's a bit crazy, this guy.
That's where you're wrong.
I don't think attacking was such a good idea. The 3 drunks scarred you, and why is that? Let's use that one. If someone's baiting you, it's obviously, as he is, it's generally wisest to walk away. They look at each other. One of the men gives the other 2 a warning shake of his head before turning to you. We're done for now, but this one better watch his step around here because we're not going anywhere. Fana scowled at the elf and turns to leave. Fascinating. Absolutely magnificent. Love it. I'm going to say that the previous time I did that, the conversation ended up in a big fight, which I think is great. There's different ways to go about certain things. Just makes it so much better. As the three stumble away, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
Are you making them piss their pants? You're welcome.
Well, that is one way of putting it.
He straightens his hood and you note the remains of the fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with dirt for many months. Travel, but the leatherwork beneath it is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvusser, at your service.
Tell me about yourself, Aloth.
I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land. And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was travelling with a caravan, but we were separated near the
In
ruins.
Gwithan ruins? Well, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. In half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
Bivouac.
And you survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
What are you doing in the Gilded Vale?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
It is a very similar tale, except the wife's child is possibly dead now. And you? Like you, also a settler.
Indeed. In that case, welcome to Gilded Vale, a true refuge from civilization.
How did you manage to cross those three drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
Oh, you did make a rather lewd suggestion regarding one of the aggressors and his own sister. Ah, that! He clears his throat and adjusts his sleeves. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Oh, almost got. Perhaps all too easy after a few pints, and the accent doesn't really help. I heard the same thing, though. For just a moment he looks like if he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief, but before he can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lips so hard that you expect to see blood. Finally his face relaxes and he shakes his head. I should speak more clearly next time. My apologies. You don't look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
I should get going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
So do I. Let's go
Excellent. I shall follow you.
then. And dialogue.
Yeah?
Well, we got Aloth now. Ooh,
Yes?
Aloth can be upgraded. No idea what I had him go into before. I think athletics and... yeah, because fatigue... it says in combat so you get less fatigue, but I don't know if it helps you have overall better fatigue for when you're actually in combat. But yeah, that seems like a good thing. What don't you have? You don't have Spirit Shield yet. Spirit Shield's a pretty decent spell. Arcane Veil again. Should probably looked at that, shouldn't I? Conjures a protective shield of magic, dramatically boosting the wizard's deflection. Grants Arcane Veil, 2 per rest. Yeah, plus 6 deflection. So still haven't decided whether I want him to be a post-combat mage or not. Probably won't end up doing it because getting later on get a few decent characters to help with that side of things. But anyway, that's how I was originally going to do it, so... Hey, bottles. The floorboards are sticky with spills that no one has bothered to clean. No idea if I checked this place out proper. Oh well.
Hello.
Talk to her, please. Hello and welcome to the innkeeper looks up. Oh, it's you! Tenrith told us about you, what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. Thank you. Can't thank you enough. Consider yourself a favourite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms, and Tenrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back at the work in the kitchen. She laughs. So what will it be? Could use some reliable help. Do you know of anyone looking for work? Oh? Ooh. Well, I wouldn't say I can speak from experience, but we are certain sorts of come by looking for work from time to time. If you want to hire someone, I'd be happy to send them your way. Experience? Let's see what you have to hire work. So here's where you can make your own adventurer. I'm not going to do that. I'll do later on, but yeah.
Hail, traveler.
I'd like to know more about the Black Hound. Really? Well, let me see. The actual building's been here for years and the Black Hound's fairly new. We get a lot of new faces here too. Fewer than we used to, I'll admit. Tenrith's the big draw. Tenfirth. I'm sure we'll get the big crowds back again in no time. I used to work the tables actually, until the old owner up and left. Nobody's sure what happened to him. Even left his poor hound behind. That's the name, see, the Black Hound. It's still sitting upstairs, pining after him. Poor old girl. Place ended up in my hands somehow, she laughs. My very own inn. A lot of hard work involved, but it's been worth it so far. Please sit where you like. Would you like a drink or a room? Or we have 2 available at the moment. I'm afraid we can't offer much by the way of a good meal today, she sighs, unless you're fond of cold porridge. No, I'm pretty good actually. Let's go talk to Tintin. Hey, Tintin. Ah, it's you, my saviour, as he makes a sweeping gesture to indicate the kitchen around you. And so good to be back. Do you think I will let this go unrewarded? I have decided that you have earned the right to learn one of my most closely guarded secrets, my dearest recipe. After this, you will eat nothing else. The parties came the recipe, savoury pie. Savoury pie to keep you hale and hearty. May it serve you well in your travels. Thank you, Tinfrith. Let's look at it. I've not actually looked at it properly yet. Savoury pie. Plus 10 to max endurance, plus 1 might, plus 10 plus 1 perception, 165 seconds. Nice. Just need some wheat, beer, and meat. Beer with a savoury pie, that sounds delicious actually. Oh, got some junk. There's not much point. These guys, you can touch them and view their life story, which is pretty interesting. Again, I don't know if I've done it or not, so I'm just not gonna bother. It's a lot of reading. And they're the same people. In guest, can loot this place. All well and good. What we want is up here, I think. These bones are covered in many bite marks. The Black Hound. This hound stares intently at the covered window, head cocked as if waiting to hear a particular sound. It looks up when you approach and whines a low note, tail wagging sadly. Pet the dog. Dog's tail thumps happily against the floorboards. Sorry, girl, I don't think he's coming back. The dog whines softly, head tilting. Or you can come with me and maybe we'll find him on the way. Your dog's ears perks up. It trots over and barks happily. You've gained the item Black Hound. This is just so freaking weird. You got a whole freaking dog in your inventory. And you can stick it in there. So it follows you. Small dog has a glossy black coat and a fallow supple disposition. She trots along, your heels gazing up devotedly whenever you come to a stop. So we've got a dog that actually follows us now. Pretty cute. Took me a while to figure out that you can put it in that inventory slot though, so I just sort of carried around in my inventory for a while. Like a derp. Okay, I think from memory we came here. And that's about as far as I remember and as far as I think we got. So it wasn't too bad what we lost. Still very annoying having to do it again and probably have missed a few things unfortunately. But hey, if it gets recovered somehow, which I'm hoping it will do, well, you won't be seeing this video. If you do, then it wasn't recovered and it was lost to the ether of nothingness, which is just a shame. We know where there's grain in there, Trumbull. We won't settle for scraps while you grow fat on our crops. Muffled shouting emerges from inside the mill. The first of you drunkards comes through the door, gets a shot between the eyes. Gods hear me, swiner. I'll put you down like a dog. Come away for now, lads, but we'll be back, Trumbull, and we'll have fair prices, or by the flame we'll have reckoning. Investigate the feud. There's a feud? Usually a feud's like something that is like an ongoing war between families, right? And that's just a bunch of men. Well, let's go inside and find out what's happening. NPC with gold nameplates. Oh. An elven man stands before you. His relatively stocky build suggests a life of labour. His face is pale and drawn and his eyes wide. Behind him, a younger man and woman exchange worried glances. The miller raises a club as you enter. He shakes violently in his grip. Get back if you value your life. Hold on, I'm not yet heard anyone. Miller hesitates and lowers his club. Wait, I know you. You just came into town, right? Don't tell me Svenner's already got his claws into you. Gods, that's all I need. My name is ThisDelete. I've only just arrived in the Gilded Vale. Trumbull shakes his head. You picked a bad time to come visiting. Gilded Vale's had all its shine scraped off. Just a big dung heap now. And Svenner thinks he's the king of it. They're all of them mad. What's all that ruckus on the outside? Trumbull shakes his head. Where to begin? Svenner's whipped them up into a froth, going on about grain stores. Claims I've hidden away most of it. All I do with the grain is sell it. I can't create it all out of thin air, and I can't hand it out for free. I pay the farmers for the crops they bring in, and I sell what comes out of the mill. Most of it goes to the Black Hound, on the west side of town, for the ale, and Svenner and his lot sure don't mind that part. You take a look at the fields on the way in to town? I don't think I did. The crop's blighted, and most of it, what I am getting from the farmers, Trumbull gestures at the sacks containers, is gone off and rotted through. I can't pay top prices for blighted wheat, and I've barely got enough good grain to go around. Svenner's howling after things he has no right to. Maybe I'd have to talk with Svenner then. The miller all but sags in relief. I'd be grateful if you did. He won't listen to me anymore, but maybe you'll have better luck. Tell him we're all having a hard time of it, and we'll all have to make some sacrifices. He'll be in your debt if you can convince him. I actually had some questions as well.
Hail, traveler.
You're back. Have you had any luck with things? I had some more questions about the whole situation. Trumbull breathes a short laugh. What's to explain is it's not very complicated. Okay. Yep. No more questions. That's
Welcome.
That's fine. No, I'll be back. See you, buddy. Well, I believe that's it. I don't really remember. Oh, there's the crops there. Let's go check out the crops. I didn't check out the crops. He said the crops are blighted. Let's see if he's lying to me or not. Other than that, I'm pretty sure this section is done. I'm hoping. Like I said, I probably have missed some things, unfortunately, but 'tis the way the cookie crumbles. Despite the rain, stalks feel dry and stiff as locusts. Oh, there you go. So yeah, they are blighted. Well done, sir. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next episode, which is the past future one of this one. See you then. Bye.